Hi, welcome to this tutorial video on post-game options. So one of the things that you're probably going to want to do once your game is done, and again, you can manually end that game in the settings, or if you've set it up to be automatically ended, it will automatically turn itself off. Also on the players or the students' screens, it will give them a countdown as we near the end of the game. 1 minute left, 30 seconds, 10 seconds, and it will count it down. At the end of the game, one of the things you're going to want to do, I imagine, is look at all of the pictures, submissions, as well as you may want to download them and include them in some sort of a kind of fun slideshow, or maybe you want to pull a few pictures out to show parents or show students. So, for example, here I'm in my games. I'll go to one that's ended already. So here's one we did this year as sort of a team building orientation for our freshmen at the high school. I've got my game info, all the other normal menu items here on the side. So one of the things I can do here is after the game is over, in game, I can come here to submissions. This actually works during the game, but it's easier to look at or use, in my opinion, after the game. So this is the submissions hub. Right now it's grouped by mission. So for example, if I want to look at teams' pictures, for example, here's one called art. If I open the art, I should see all of the art submissions from each team. So for example, these were our specific groups. So here's 4 different teams that completed the art submission. I can go in and I can individually, with the 3 dots, go ahead and save that photo. Right here, I can download those submissions, and that will download. I can go group by team here, one big folder. Hey, that would be from this art folder. So if I wanted the 4 of those, I can also then sort those here. Right now it's by missions, but I can go by teams. So I can see here the 5 different teams. So for example, this one's got 31 submissions. I can click then and I can see all of the Jenkins team submissions, and I could download those. Then you see all the different ones that they have. If you want to download all of them all at once, I can come in here and on the home page submissions, I can download the submissions, and and my recommendation is to group them by team, and then I can download them. It is going to put them in a zipped folder because there are a lot of photos. Overall, I would suggest that you group them by team. So it'll be a zipped folder then, and inside that folder will be each of the team names. So you could go in and you could find them. You could also group them by mission, or you could just do one big folder that has all of the pictures in it. Depending on what your plan is for how you want to use those photos, maybe you want to make it just like a slideshow that parents could look at or that kids could look at. You want to throw it up like a sort of revolving photo deck on like a website. Maybe you have, obviously the end product for you might determine how or what you do with those. So that's sort of an end game option there for the photos. Also then the leaderboard at the end, if you go over to the leaderboard, here we can have the final scores and you can see the final leaderboard. I can send messages to teams, or I can come in here and let's say I, find out there was some cheatery or something afterwards. I can come in and I can actually manually adjust team scores here if I need to, or I could add a bonus. I could go minus on the points, or if I need to remove a team. So sort of post-game options. I've got my leaderboard as well as my submissions menu where I can download all of the different mission submissions and use them in whatever way I'd like.